Hey guys, as I'm somewhat mellow at the moment, I was going down memory lane and I found, of course, the Inchtabokatables. And the Inchtabokatables shown here, we are a very, very weird band. We, they played with cello and violins and stuff, and the only person who ever learned it, in a classical way, was the drummer, as far as I know. And I have actually a nice story. I saw them live here in Jena, in my hometown, and I only saw them live because I won tickets to them. I wouldn't have went there if I wouldn't have had tickets, and they were really, it was a really cool live show. The singer, jumped into the crowd and, touched people and stuff. It was fun. And also, Oliver Riedel, he's not shown here, but I will show another picture. The bass player of Rammstein was their first bass player. So that's also cool. So I saw, in a way, a little part of Rammstein once live here in my hometown even. And this song, End of the Night, it's in a way it's a classic song in how it's presented, but it's a little bit rough, and the real truth is I cannot be very how should I say, as well, my own history seeps into that. But if you allow it, and if you're not kind of too brainwashed by Spotify algorithm music, where everything has to be in the first 20 seconds or something happening, then I think you would appreciate the song quite well. Just let it, it's kind of like a chanson, singer-songwriter song. It's really, it's emotional without being sappy. It's not, the singer is not a good singer. He sings cool. I mean, he has a very distinct voice, but he's more like, coming from the punkish flair of things, from the punk side of music. And here he sings a somber, quiet song, and it's good in a way that this is what I think sometimes it's if musicians go out of their comfort zone, because a punk band is a punk band and makes noise and and you can hear in his voice that he kind of he's used to go strong and go heavy and go loud. But here he steps back and sings it quiet and somber, and this has a certain charm because this is kind of like a, I don't know, like athlete, a kung fu expert, let's put it this way, or karate or whatever you want to call it, who can kind of kill you with a single blow, but is restraining himself and kind of, not resorting to violence. And this is kind of what I hear. Maybe I'm, interpreting in too much or putting in too much in here, but what I hear in his voice, that he can, he can get loose and he can shoot you down with a voice, but he doesn't. So he keeps his distance and holds back, and this makes it so so intricate and so delicate. That's the word I was looking for. It makes it a good song without, if you dissect the song, nothing special. You know, I mean, it's special because they play their instruments a little bit different and stuff, you know, because we never really learned how to play the violin, and so we distorted it, and here, not in this one. If you dissect it, it's nothing fancy, and you know, you can, okay, this is this progression and blah 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 blah. But the mixture of this usually, or this restrained voice and this attitude and the sadness that seeps in is kind of, it's art. This is really art, and I'm very happy that I saw them live, and we're defunct now, of course. But yeah, maybe you will find the appreciation for the song. So this is a weird one, because here you need to be in the certain mindset, and you need to kind of give it time. You know, this is nothing you have in your workout list on your iPod or whatever, you know, on your phone. This is something where you should kind of maybe sit down and listen to it, you know, like in olden times. Anyway, I recommend the song. It's very interesting band. It was, you know, I'm not, how you say, I think things will change again, you know. There will always be such bands that stand out, because there's a lot of trends, and today trends can be easily jumped on, but then they fade away as fast as they appear. So there is always room for someone who, or some bands who are kind of not in the midst of it, and do things differently. So, you know, I'm not afraid for humanity. There will be always Inchtabokatables, and always bands who are not the run-of-the-mill bands. Okay, that's my recommendation for today.